This episode of Another Great Day is brought to you by Smooth Jazz, providing soundtracks to weather channels and elevators for decades. It's Wednesday, April 12, 2023. I'm Aaron, and that's Chris.
Hello.
We'd like to welcome you back to Another Great Day, the podcast designed to encourage interaction, creativity, and conversation. And guess what, guys? We're recording this together.
In person.
Outside on the back porch. It's really beautiful today.
Nice weather.
Indeed, indeed. Well, hey, Another Great Day, listeners. Let me ask you a question. All right? Do you hear that sound? Yep, that means it's time for the best segment ever. Yeah. Today's topic for the best segment ever is...
What's the best instrument? The best musical instrument. What is it?
What could it be? Okay, let's see. All right, Chris, since you asked the question, I'm going to hit it first. Can't help but say, I think it's got to be the piano. Piano is the best instrument out there. It teaches you the treble clef, teaches you the bass clef, and it's transferable to almost any other instrument out there.
Lightning question.
Okay.
What's the full name of the piano?
The Piano Dora. Piano Dora? Is it Spanish?
No, I forgot it.
Oh, no.
I have to edit this out. It's the Piano Forte, I believe.
Quantum Piano Mania.
I'm going to look it up real quick.
All right.
It's Piano Forte.
While Chris is looking this up, I'll entertain us with some famous piano songs. Perhaps you've heard of the song That's Just the Way It Is by Bruce Hornsby. That's a piano song. Maybe you've heard of The Entertainer, also known as the Ice Cream Song. That is a piano song. Fur Elise.
All right, I was right. It's the Piano Forte. Do you know why it's called that?
Because the piano is loud. Forte means loud.
And what's piano mean?
Piano means slow.
It means quiet.
Oh, quiet, loud. Interesting.
That's all it means.
You're right, because when I was in band,
Yep.
piano was quiet, forte was loud.
It's
Oh my gosh.
Because before that, they had other instruments that were only plucking or hitting a string in one velocity, like a harpsichord or a clavichord,
Wow.
and they could not be muted or quieted down, so it was just forte or just piano. And this one was piano and was quiet and loud.
If you could see my face, listeners, I am shocked at the amount of piano knowledge that I'm getting right now. And that's what you get here on Another Great Day during the best segment ever, Chris.
Solid piano knowledge.
Yeah. All right, Chris, what's the best instrument for you?
Well, it's a derivative of a piano.
Mm.
My first thought was a synthesizer, but I'm not going to go there because I love it. I love synth to the millionth degree.
Me too.
Nostalgia.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Guitars. So
But right now, I'm loving marimba.
ooh, what's a
Which-
marimba?
So marimba is like a piano. It has a bunch of keys. You hit it with mallets
Oh, cool.
that are often round and kind of soft or rubbery, not hard and plastic. So it's different-
Mallets, not to be confused with mallards.
That's right.
Because those are ducks.
Not ducks. And a mallet is a stick with a ball on the end of it, and they can be hard, they can be soft, they can be covered in a cloth, covered in rubber. These
Oh,
are normally
man.
covered in rubber or soft.
Very cool.
And the soft ones, you play them really fast, and it just sounds like a swelling of rich, deep wood tone that kind of wraps you up in love. I love it.
I love it too. Man, that's great. So piano and marimba. Well, if you have a best thing topic you'd like us to discuss, please let us know on our Instagram page, Another Great Day Podcast.
And that'll bring us to this day in history.
Well, thanks, Chris. On this day in history, Herbie Hancock was born. He's a famous jazz pianist, most famous for being part of the Miles Davis Quintet. Miles Davis is a gigantic name in jazz, and he's probably best known for his album, Some Kind of Blue.
Yeah, I'd say he's one of the godfathers, the grandfathers of jazz music.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, and if you've ever seen the movie Tommy Boy, it is the answer that Tommy puts in instead of the question was, who was one of the original signers of the Constitution?
Oh no.
Instead of John Hancock, he wrote in Herbie Hancock.
Herbie Hancock. Oh, there we go. And that will do it for this day in history.
Well, this next segment's called the Question of the Day. And if you're new to this, we're going to ask a question, encourage you to take a minute to answer the question with those around you. We'll give you about 10 seconds to answer, and if you need more time, pause the show and come back. We'll be here waiting. Today's question of the day is, if you could snap your fingers and make music start playing magically, what would you play? So what song would you have play? And where would you make it happen? Now, meaning, would you know what? I'm not even going to give you any hints.
That's right.
Discuss it amongst yourselves. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back from the discussion segment. Chris, if you could snap your fingers and make music start playing, where would you do it and what song would you have play?
I have an extremely selfish answer that I'm going to do very quickly, and then a different answer that's less selfish.
This segment brought to you by Chris Taylor.
I have music that I have made on Spotify, and if everybody played it, I would get more plays, and it would be wonderful. It's called NNADA, Nada.
Oh, I like
and
that.
It sounds like a Mario song. If you played it, I get paid for it. So
Oh, right.
selfless advertising. Anyway,
Go support our friend Chris.
I love making music. It's great. But if my daughter, I think if she right now could snap her fingers, and she may have a different answer in the car, but she may be listening to this and thinking, he's answering for me. It's okay. I think it'll be the same answer. She really loves the Imagine Dragons song, Whatever It Takes. Have you heard this?
Do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Yes.
Something like that.
Oh, so epic.
And I think anytime that she thought about it, she would want to be able to snap her fingers and it happened.
Oh.
So we listened to it maybe 3 or 4 times in the car today and yesterday. And I'm sure in the middle of class in kindergarten, she'd be like, oh, are you going to do that assignment? Yeah, we're going to do whatever it takes.
Get amped.
And then we're going to go to the recess and play soccer or something. And then we'll do whatever it takes. Anyway.
I love that. Well, I'm going to go with the first thing that popped into my head. This is not a song that I love by any means, but if I could snap my fingers and make a song start playing, I would be at work during our intro meeting and I'd make the song "We Built This City on Rock and Roll" start playing.
This city.
Yes. We built this city on rock and roll.
It's a great song.
Yes, it's so long.
It is way too long,
Yes.
and the like many '80s rock songs. It had a great intro,
So
and then it
great.
just went into the generic driving rock drums without any other. Anyway, it's always a bit of a letdown to me.
So shout out Jefferson Starship, and also shout out to Chris Taylor's Nada.
That's right. And then ADA.
Awesome. Well, great talk today, Chris. Let's take a quick break and check in with our dad joke correspondent on location.
Hey guys, I'm here with marine biologist Dr. Beckham, and I got a question for him. Hey, Dr. Beckham, how many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
It takes tentacles.
Haha, there you go. Have another great day.
I think I'd like to ink in an appointment with the doctor.
We'll be right back. Well, welcome back to another great day. I'm Aaron, and that's Chris, and we're so glad you're here on this beautiful Wednesday, April 12th. This part of our show is called The Word of Wisdom, and this is where we'll take a minute to go through a proverb or wise saying and give you our take. All right, here we go.
Today's word of wisdom comes to us from Proverbs chapter 21, verse 18. The NLT version of the Bible says, "The wicked are punished in the place of the godly, and the traitors in place of the honest." The Amplified version of the Bible says, "The wicked become a ransom for the righteous, and the treacherous in the place of the upright, for they fall into their own traps." And
Thanks, Chris.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say thanks, Chris. Sorry.
Thank you.
Do you have a thought on that?
No, I was gonna ask if you're with people right now, take a moment and discuss this and see what God can teach you about the world and Him.
Well, that'll do it for today. Let's cue the music and wrap things up. Our mission here is to encourage interaction, creativity, and conversation.
So even though today's show may have come to an end, that does not mean your discussions have to come to an end.
We thank you for listening and hope you make it another
Great.
day. We'll see you tomorrow. So, okay, I have something I'd like to share. Is this a safe place? Is it just you and me?
Just gonna turn off the recorder.
All right, perfect. Has anyone, so it's just us.
Yeah.
I can. All right. I'm just going to bare my soul. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So today, so we're recording this on a Sunday, and I have to give a special shout out to my dad. So the kids wanted to do a scavenger hunt like they did last year. We go to my parents' house, and my dad had put clues around the house leading them to where their Easter basket was. Really fun. So I texted him. I was like, hey, Dad, kids are looking forward, have asked for scavenger hunt again this year. Can you make something happen? So he has this code breaker book that he's just enjoys reading. And he had a little easel in the living room with a 5x5 chart, which letters corresponded to, or sorry, numbers corresponded to certain letters. So he handed my kids a piece of paper with a bunch of numbers on it, and they had to go through the chart and decipher what the actual code was. And it would direct them to a room. They had to go to that room and find a sticky note with another set of numbers on it and go to the next room. And they had to do that over and over and over again until they got to the final clue, which was something called Caesar's alphabet. And it's where you take the normal alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, so on and so forth. But you displace the alphabet by about 5 letters. So A actually is equal to D. B is equal to E, so on and so forth. And the message was written, it looks like gobbledygook, but they went through and figured it out. They deciphered, where the next clue was, and that's where the Easter baskets, or in this case, the prize was under a certain object. And so I got to give a shout out to my dad for a very cool, memorable, and creative Easter adventure for the kids. Good job, Dad.
Way to go, Granddad.
Let's hear it for grandparents.
What's his granddad name?
Paul.
Pawpaw. That was great.
Just the best. Yep. Another Great Day is brought to you by Lincoln Park.
One step closer to the edge.
Oh,
A place for my head.
I'm breaking the habit tonight.
Minutes to midnight. Why are there so many nighttime songs?
This episode of Another Great Day is brought to you by tangerines. They're not oranges.
They're dreams.
This episode of Another Great Day is brought to you by blizzards. Are we ready?
Yep.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought we were still testing levels. All right. This episode of Another Great Day is brought to you by Smooth Jazz, providing soundtracks to weather channels and elevators for decades. It's Wednesday, April 12th, 2023. I'm Aaron, and this is Chris.
Hello.
And we'd like to welcome you back to another edition of Another Great Day. That was super clunky. Can I redo that, please?
Yeah, sure.
All right, here we go. It's Wednesday, April 12th, 2023. I'm Aaron, and that's Chris.
The end.